calculator. Or otherwise, evaluate each of the following, giving your answers in exact form. It is 1 mark. So 1 mark question, CXC is looking for correct answer only. So which means we could put 3 over 2 squared in our calculator. This is 9 over 4 minus 1 plus 6. So we could put everything in the calculator and we will get 7 1/4. Now they're not looking for any big set of working, they're looking for the correct answer only. It's only 1 mark. However, for part 2, it's 2 marks. So this is 1 mark, this is 2 marks. So which means for part 2, they are looking for the application of BODMAS. They are looking to see if you could work out the brackets and you know how to work out the questions in the correct order. So 2.1 multiplied by 10 over 7. Now I am using my calculator. 3 plus and then 12 divided by 1 3/5. Here I will get 7 1/2. So for having gotten 3 and 7 1/2, CXC will award me 1 mark. The last mark will come from the final answer, 10 1/2. So that wasn't bad at all for us to get those 2 and 1 3 marks. We're moving right along. Mahindra earns 8,316 per month. She spends 4/17 of her earnings on utility bills and personal items and saves the remainder. What percentage of her monthly salary does she save? So if she spends 4/7, then she will save 1 minus 4/7, which is 3/7. So her savings will be 3/7 of her monthly earnings. When we work out 3/7 of 8360, we will get $3,564. Now we want to know what percentage. 3,564 divided by the total amount multiplied by 100%, and that will give us 42.9%. All right, 1 mark again. They're looking for correct answer only. Now we know that they are going to bring ratio, so try your best to review the material on ratio as well. The portion of her earnings spent on utility bills and personal items is divided in the ratio so we have utility bills, food, personal items in 5 to 3 to 4. Calculate the amount of money she spends on personal items. So this is worth 2 marks. So if she saved 3,564, she spent 8,316 minus 3,564. So her expenses is 47.52. Now they are asking how much money she spends on personal items. So personal items is 4/7. Personal is 4 out of the total shares here. 5 plus 3 plus 4 is 12. So 1/3 she spends on personal items. So 1/3 of 47.52, she spends $1,584. And that saves the same amount each month. So in 1 month, she saves $35.64. So in 12 months, it will be 12 by $35.64. and we will get 42768, and this was proven for 1 mark. So that wasn't bad at all. She invests 42,768 in her credit card. We want to know the total amount. So 42768 by 1 plus 5 over 100 by 2 years. So this is 42768, 1.05 to the power 2. And we will get 47,151.72. So that will have taken care of the first question with 2 marks, right? And all the total in the first question is worth 9. We're moving right along. Factorize. Here we have x y squared minus x squared y. The common factor here is x, y. So we divide each term by xy. So x, y. So here we have xy into y minus x, right? The second part here, we want to do the sum and product. So the product, or the first and last, I should write it like that. The first by the last is 3 by negative 10, which is negative 30. And the middle one is 1. So the factors of 30, 1 by 30, 2 by 15, 3 by 10, and 5 by 6. Now to get positive 1, we will say 6 minus 5. So we will replace x here. So we have 3x squared plus 6x minus 5x minus 10. So the common factor for each pair, 3x. So 3x squared divided by 3x minus 6x divided by 3x. Remember, in the bracket, we must have the same factors. So we have 10 here over 5. So we have 3x, here would be plus, here would be plus. X plus 2 minus 5 by x plus 2. So my final answer, 3x minus 5 by x plus 2. And if I multiply the bracket, 3x by x will give us 3x squared. Minus 5 by 2 will give me negative 10. And minus 5x plus 6x will give me 6 positive x. Right? Here I have 4n divided by 4 to the power 3 is equal to 1/4. So this is 4 to the power n minus 1 is 4 to the n minus 3. Is 4 to the power negative 1. So n minus 3 is negative 1. N is 3 minus 1. N is equal to 2. So that wasn't bad at all. Here we have the lengths of 3 sides of a trapezium as shown below. The area of the trapezium is 750. Write down an expression in terms of P and Q for the area. So the area is a half the length A plus B times the perpendicular height. So 750, the height is 6P over 2 and is 4P plus 3Q. So this will give me 3. So I have 750 is equal to 3P into 4P plus 3Q. And I will get 1 mark for that. The next part now, they are asking, given that Q is equal to 2P, find the value of P. So 750 is 3P into 4P plus 3 by 2q by 2p, which is 6p. So this will give me 10. So 750 is 3p by 10p. So 750 is 30p squared. We divide both sides by 30. And we have p squared is equal to 25. So p is plus or minus the square root of 25. We will take the positive root, 5 centimeters. Right, so that wasn't bad at all once we were able to work out the area for the first part. Using a ruler and a pencil and a pair of compasses, construct triangle PQR such that, so I will draw the line PR, which is a little bit longer than 12. So this length here would be 12 centimeters. So I will construct that. At point P, I will open my compass about 3 centimeters. From P, I will draw an arc to the right. Using the point here, where the arc cuts the line, I will put my needle there and I will bisect it. Here, I have constructed a 60 degrees. The last part, Q, is 9. I will open my compass 9 centimeters and I will bisect this line here. This will be Q. I will connect P and R, and this is my triangle. Alright, if you need a little refresher on the construction, please go back when we were doing question 3, and you're supposed to be able to see the videos that we were doing to construct a triangle using 2 lengths and an angle. So we're going along. The diagram shows 2 quadrilaterals, R and S, where S is the image of R under a transformation. Now let's look at that, right? Now we can clearly see that S is an enlargement. Now if in the exam you could recognize that it is not a translation, it is not a rotation, it is not a reflection, and it is bigger or smaller than the object, and all you could remember is enlargement, that is all you could remember, write it down please, because if you notice, this is 3 marks. So you're writing the word enlargement. So for having written that, you're going to get 1 mark. When we are dealing with enlargements, we need to write scale factor and we need to find the center of enlargement. Now, when we were doing the multiple choice questions, we had a question similar to this. It was at 2 triangles and the scale factor was 2. It was probably numbers 56 or 55 in the multiple choice. How do we get the scale factor? This has a length of 3 units. This has a length of 6 units. So the scale factor, 6 divided by 3, which is 2. So it means that we take that trapezium R and we made it bigger 2 times and we get trapezium S. So now we need to work out the center of enlargement. So we go in here, scale factor 2. So far CXE awarded me 1 mark here and 1 mark. So I have 2 marks there, right? We're going to find the center of enlargement by connecting at least 2 pairs of vertices. So we have 1 there, and we could connect this one here, and we have the center of enlargement here, which is the point 37, right? So here I have center of enlargement, and that is the coordinate 37. CXE would award me 1 mark. So here I have successfully done that center of enlargement, scale factor, and I would have got my 3 marks. The next part is they are asking on the grid, draw the image R. No, when it's translated, T is -4, 5. So -4 refers to movement along the x-axis, and y is movement along the y-axis. So -4. So we move in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces to the right. So this is my new point. Then we have the other points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be my next point here. Then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I have my shape taking form, and this is my new triangle T. Right, so I would have scored some marks there. The next part is a rotation. We are going to rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. So we're taking it and we're rotating it 180 degrees. So if we could draw some straight lines, so this is 2 points here. This has to go through the origin. So this would be my first point here. It's 180. So this angle here would be 180. Then I'm taking this, moving it 1. Therefore, this would be my next point there. So you see how the shape is trying to take form. But you could go ahead and look at the videos on YouTube, and that will help you with the rotation when we did that. So here we make 1, so we move in it 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go in 1, 2, 3, 4. So probably about here. So this would be my rotation of the trapezium. And we could see that it is taken and it has moved 180 degrees. So go ahead and check it out. Here we have the graph below shows a straight line PQ. Find the gradient. Now to find the gradient of PQ, all we need are 2 points. So we have 7 minus 3 over 3 minus 2. So this will give me 10 over 5. The gradient is 2. Now they are asking for the equation of the line. There is no need for you to work out the value of C, because we could see that the C value is 1 here. The line cuts the y-axis at 1. So the equation will be y equal to 2x plus 1. As you could notice, it's only 1 mark, so it's not a lot of working. You could read it off straight from the graph once you can recognize that the y-intercept is 1. Right, now we have the functions given. F and g are defined as, we want g of -6. So to find g of -6, you replace x with -6. So we have -18 plus 2. The answer is -16. So for doing that properly, we would have scored 1 mark. So that wasn't bad at all, right? The inverse, g inverse, let y be equal to g of x. So y is equal to 3x plus 2. Here we have x is equal to 3y plus 2. We interchange. X minus 2 is equal to 3y. We divide both sides by 3. F inverse is x minus 2 over 3. Right? So you're supposed to be able to get that. That wasn't bad at all. Part 3, they are asking to show that we want f of g. So f of x is x squared minus 1. G of x is 3x plus 2. Now we want to take the g function and replace it into the f function and simplify it. So f of g of x, we take in g and putting it into f. So 3x plus 2 squared minus 1. So we multiply 3x plus 2 by 3x plus 2 minus 1. So this is 3x by the whole bracket, 3x plus 2 by the whole bracket minus 1. 9x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 4 minus 1. So 9x squared plus 12x minus 3. So 3 is a common factor. We could pull that out. So you have 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. So we could factor that. And we will get 3x and 3x, 1 and 1. 3x and x. And we want to get plus 4. So here would be plus and here would be plus. This was proven for 3 marks. Hence, solve the equation. So solving means putting it equal to 0. So either 3x plus 1 equals to 0, where x is negative 1/3, or x plus 1 equals to 0, where x is equal to minus 1. So we have two values there for x, and really and truly it wasn't bad, right? Question 5, 30 students took a mathematics test. The marks they scored are shown in the table below using the cumulative frequency column in the table above. Determine the range. So the range is the highest minus the lowest. Now the highest mark is 10, the lowest mark is 1, the range is 9, right? The modal mark is the mark with the highest frequency. 8 seems to be the highest frequency, so the mode is 3. They are asking for the median, so we have to find total frequency. So the median position is a half of the frequency, 3 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1 plus 6 plus 5, 30. So 30 plus 1, so this is 15.5 value. So this is the average of the 15th and the 16th value. So we're going to count. This is 3 and 4, 7 and 1, 4. This is 15. So the 15 value will be 3 and the 16 value will be 5. So 3 plus 5 divided by 2, the median is 4, right? So that was just a recap of what we would have done in the statistics question. We want the mean, so we could multiply. So 1 by 3 is 3, 2 by 4. Here we have 7. So to find the mean, we add up the total. So we have the total frequency, which is 30, but we have to multiply the f by x. So 1 by 3 is 3, 2 by 4, 8, 3 by 8, 24, 5 by 3, 15, 7 by 1, 7, 8 by 6, 42, and 50. We have to find the total of that, right? So now we add 3 plus 8 plus 24 plus 15 plus 7 plus 42 plus 50. $48. We will get 155. So the mean over 30 is 5.2. They ask us to complete the cumulative frequency. We're supposed to do that. So 3 and 4, 7, 7 and 8, 15. 9 plus 19 plus 6 is 25. So we'd have scored 1 mark there for that. right? We are going to the probability. Expect to get probability in part of the statistics question. A student is chosen at random. Find the probability that the student is a female who failed the test. So we want to know what is the probability of a student being a female and they would have failed the test. So female fail, right? So it will be 13 out of the entire population, which is 30. A male student is chosen at random. What is the probability that he passed? So if we have, and it is specific to male students, the total number of male students is 9. What is the probability that he passed? Would be 4 nines. Because now the question isn't random anymore. It has a specific value and is saying that it is a male student. Question 6, we have PMQROS. PQRS is a rectangle. PMQ is a semicircle. We want the angle OPQ. OPQ, well, we could work out this. This is an isosceles triangle. So if it is an isosceles triangle, the angle will be 180 minus 40 divided by 2, which is 70. So we have scored 1 mark for that. They are asking for the length OR. All right, so we want the length OR. So we have 14. We have here to be 15. So we could use Pythagoras' theorem. Here we have 15. Here we have 14.1. Here we want OR. So using Pythagoras' theorem, we have the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. So 15 squared is 14.1 squared plus OR squared. So OR is the square root of, open bracket, 15 squared minus 14.1 squared. We can put everything in the calculator and we will get 5.1. So that means this is 5.1 meters and this is 5.1 meters. All right, so that was 2 marks and 1 mark. That wasn't bad at all. They are asking us to calculate the area of the shaded portion of the diagram. So we want to work out the area of the triangle and the area of the semicircle. So the area of the semicircle and the area of the triangle. Base by height over 2. So the base of the triangle, 5.1 by 5.1, that is 10.2, multiplied by the height, which is 14.1. This is 71.91 meters squared. So we have to work out the area of the circle, the area of the semicircle. So this is pi r squared over 2. So 22 over 7 multiplied by a half, multiplied by the radius. The radius would be 5.1. Which is 40.87. So the total area would be 112.78 meters squared. Now they are asking for the perimeter of the shaded of the entire region there. Perimeter PMQROS. So PMQROS. So this is 14.1. We have to work out the length here, which is a half multiplied by 2 pi r. So it's really 22/7 by 5.1. 16.0. So we add in that 16 plus 14.1 plus 14.1 plus 10.2. So we will get 16.1 plus 5.1 plus 5.1 plus 14.1 plus 14.1. .5 meters perimeter. So we're going along. Question 7. A sequence is made up of regular pentagons using sticks of a unit length. The first 3 figures in the sequence are shown below. So we want to use diagram 3 to complete diagram 4. So we have one going up, one coming down, one going up. So the next one must be facing down. Alright, this is figure 4. We have the table here. If you notice the values here would be 9 minus 5, 4, 4. So the formula will start with 4n. The first number is 5, 4 plus 1 is 5. So that wasn't bad at all. Here it is 3, 3n, 3 plus 2 will give 5. So we want to work out 4 by 20 plus 1, we will get 81. And 3 by 20 plus 2, we will get 62. So we have to work out the value that will give us 169. So 4n plus 1 is 169. So 4n is 169 minus 1. 4n is 168. N is 168 divided by 4. N is equal to 42. So 3 by 42 plus 2. 128. Right? So we're supposed to be able to get that an easy 6 marks by applying the knowledge we would have learned and we would have done in question 7. Write an equation in S, D and N to show the relationships between S and D. So the formula for S is 4n plus 1. The formula for D is 3n plus 2. Well, to work out S, we take D and we subtract N and we add 1. So once you can show that you could take that and you could go from one term to the next, it is okay. You could also say that D is equal to S plus N minus 1. That is another option as well. They just wanted for you to find a connection between the two formulas, right? Question 8, it is a quadratic curve and we have been doing quadratic curves, right? They are asking for the roots of the equation. These are the roots, -2 and 1. So the roots, x is equal to -2 and x is equal to 1. The coordinates of the y-intercept. What are the coordinates when the graph crosses the y-intercept? So This is the curve here. This is the coordinates of the y-intercept. It is 0, -2. We want the minimum function. So it will be, this is the curve here. It will be when x is -1/2. So we could work it out. When x is -1/2, y is -1/2 squared plus -1/2 minus 2. So this will give us 1/4 minus 1/2 minus 2. The answer is -2 1/4. The equation of the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry will pass through x is equal to -1/2. It will divide the curve into 2 equal parts. And again, they are asking for the equation of the axis of symmetry. The equation of the axis of symmetry must start with x equal, right? On the same graph, draw and label the line y equal to 2x plus 4. So we want to draw and label the line y equal to 2x plus 4. So we could use two values just to get at. So we could say use when, let's say, x is equal to 5, y is 2 by minus 5 plus 4, y is equal to minus 8 plus 4, y is equal to -4. So we use a -5 and -4. So that is 1 point there. I could use y is equal to +4, x is equal to +4. So y, just any of the 2x values, and we should be able to plot it. 2 by 4 plus 4, this will give us 10. So we have 4, this goes up to 10. So this is my straight line here, cutting the curve. We want determine the solution, so we want the points where the curve cuts the line. So as we can see, this is 1 point here. This point has coordinates 2.5 and 8. This point here is probably -2.2 and 0.4. Right? So we just want the solution. We want the two values where the curve cuts the line, or the curve and the line meets. So 2.5 and 3. And -2.2, and we have about 0.4. Right? We have -5. So here was supposed to be -10. Just now, -10 plus 4. This will give us -6. So this value here should ideally be here. And this would be my 2 points. This would be one here, which is -20. So that is -20. And the next point would be the point where we take 2 by 4, 4 to the 8 plus 4, which will give us 12. Yes, now, so this could be 4 12. Right, so the 2 points here would be 3, 10 and negative 2, 0. Right, this is the two solutions, one here, and one here. 3, 10 and negative 2, 0. Following diagram shows the velocity time graph of a car's journey from town R to town Q. The car accelerates for 2 minutes. It is shown here. This value here would be 120. Then here would be 600. So we want to know the initial acceleration of the car. So the initial accelerator is formed by the gradient. So we could use 2 points, 0, 0. And this point is 120, 30. So the acceleration, 30 minus 0 over 120 minus 0. The answer is 0.25 meters per second squared. Right, so that wasn't bad at all. The distance between the two curves, between the 2 points, that is found by the area of the trapezium. So this length here, this would be 780 plus 60, which is 840. And here would be, this value here is 120, 600. So this is 480. So the area, a half A plus B multiplied by the height, a half of 480 plus 840 multiplied by the height, 30. So this would be 19,800 meters, area of the trapezium. All right, we are here on question 9. A ship sails from point A to point B, which is 15 kilometers from A, on a bearing of 42. So this would be 0, 4, well, this would be 42 degrees. They also say from A to B, this is 15 kilometers. The ship then sails to point C, which is 19 kilometers, on a bearing of 130. So the bearing here right? Calculate the distance between town A and town C. So we could work out this angle here. This angle here would be 180 minus 42, which is 138. And the angles at a point is 360. So this will be 92 degrees. So we could use the cosine rule. We have two lengths and the included angle. So let's go. So AC squared is 15 squared plus 19 squared which is 605.89. So AC is the square root 605.89, which is 24.61 kilometers. Alright, so that wasn't bad. The bearing of town A from town C. So from town C, we want the bearing of town A. So we need to work out that angle there. So here we could work out, this is 50 degrees. So we have to work out this angle here. We will use the sine rule. This is 24.6 kilometers. So we could use the sine rule. And it's 3 marks, so that should tell you is either sine or cosine. So we have sine C over 15 is equal to 92 over sine 92. .6. So sine C is 15 multiplied by sine 92 divided by 24.6. C is equal to sine inverse of 0.609. C is 37.5 degrees. So since we have the angles here, we could work out the bearing. So the bearing here would be 360 minus the bearing would be 272.5 degrees, right? The points L and P lie on the circumference of a circle whose center O. The lines NP is a tangent to the circle, so this is a radius, this is a tangent. We know that a radius meets a tangent at 90 degrees. So this here is a 90 degree. Here we could work out one time. This is 180 minus 90 minus 24. This is 66, right? They say that PL is the diameter. We want to label that D. The angle in a semicircle is a right angle. This is a diameter as well here, 90 degrees, and that is 24. We want PON. Well, we worked out that one time. POL is 66 degrees. And the reason is a radius meets a tangent at 90 degrees. Right? So that wasn't bad at all. We want PLM. PLM. Alright, so let me see. We have a 90 degrees there. We have this would be to the 3 because the angular circumference is half the angle there. So we want PLM. So PLM is to the 3 degrees. And the reason is the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. We want P and M, P and M. So let me see. This is a radius here as well. So therefore, this is a radius to the tree. So here would be 90 minus 33, which is 57. And we want, we want to get P and M. P and M. So P, M, N. So we want this angle here. So this would be 180 minus 57, which is 123. So we can say angles on a straight line add up to 180. All right, question 10. OP is R, we have that. OL is S, we have that. T is the point. PT is equal to QT, so this is a half. Here's a half. M divides it into the ratio 2 to 1/3. So we write that one time, right? Because it will make life easy. So we want to go from P to L. So P to L is simple. We go from OL using the vector rule minus OP, that is the second vector minus the first. So this is S minus R. The next part, we want to go from O to M. So O to M is OR plus 2/3 PM. And we work out PM already. So O to P is R. Plus 2/3 of S minus R. So R plus 2/3 S minus 2/3 R. So this will give me 1/3 R plus 2/3 S. So I could take out 1/3 R plus 2S. So I simplified it one time because I know I had to use it somehow. Prove the points are collinear, OM and T. Alright, so we have OM already. So to prove, we have to find MT. So let me go. M to T, we could go from M to P and from P to T. So this is really PQ, T is right, PQ is S and here would be S. So MP is equal to negative 2/3 PL plus PT is 2S. So negative 2/3 of S minus R plus 2S. So negative 2/3 S plus 2/3 R plus 2S. So this will give me negative 2/3, right? 2 minus 2/3. 4 over 3s plus 3r. So 1 2/3, right? R plus 2s. So they are common. They are parallel because this is the same as this. So we could say since OM is equal to 1/3 R plus 2s and MT is equal to 2/3 R plus 2s. So MT is 2OM. And they share a common point M. They are collinear. Remember when we looked at the video, to prove collinearity, we had to prove that they had a common point, as well as we had to prove that one is a negative reciprocal of the other, right? So to prove collinearity, we need to show that there is a common point, and once one is a scalar multiple of the other, they are collinear, right? We want to work out A, B, and C. We want the inverse and we want the product. So let me go. Find the matrix AB plus C. So we have 3, 2, 5, 4, and we're going to multiply this by 4, 2, 0, 3, negative 1, 7. So we have a 2 by 2 and we have a 2 by 3. So they are conformable. These numbers are the same. So our result will be a 2 by 3. So we multiply first row by first column. So 3, 2 by 4, 3. Then 3, 2 by 0, negative 1. Then 3, 2 by 2, 7. Then 5, 4 by 4, 3. Then 5, 4 by 0, negative 1. And then 5, 4 by 2, 7. And we multiply corresponding elements. So we will get 4 3s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 18. Then we will get negative 2, 3 2s are 6, 7 2s are 14, 20. Then we will get 5 4s are 20 plus 12, 32. We will get 5 negative 4, and we will get 5 2s are 10, 7 2s 38. So we have A, B plus C, 18, 32, negative 2, negative 4, 20, 38, plus 4, 7, negative 1, 3, 2, minus 5. So we add in corresponding elements. 18 and 4, 22, minus 3, 22, 39, minus 1, minus 33. Once we add corresponding elements, we will get that answer. Now, we have matrix A and we want to find the inverse. So it means that we must find the determinant and then find the inverse. So matrix A, the determinant will be, we cross the first diagonal, which is 3 by 4, take away 2 by 5. 12 take away 10 is 2. So A adjoint, we swap 4 and 3 and take the negative of 2 and the negative of 5. So A inverse is 1 over the determinant 4, negative 2, negative 5, 3. You could go so far as to multiply it. You will get 2 minus 1 minus 5 over 2 and 3 over 2. Right? So working that, it wouldn't be bad at all. 1 over the determinant multiplied by the adjoint. Right? Here we have write down the product. So when we multiply A by A inverse, we have by the matrix 3, 4. When you multiply the matrix by its inverse, it is the identity. So there's no need to multiply it out. The matrix by its inverse is the identity. Alright, so that is the paper 2, 2025.